Guys, hey, woohoo! So today is my last day of the Whole30. Let me just try to adjust this camera a little bit. Hold on. So I want you guys to see my hair. See what I did with that. Anyways, so today is my last day of the Whole30. And I know usually I schedule videos on Thursdays. I share things with you guys on Thursdays, and it's usually like a DIY tutorial. But this is such an important moment that I was just like, you know what, screw the whole Thursday thing. Like, let's just do this right now. So I just want to talk about, oh, I can't stop smiling. Like, I feel like my mouth is frozen in this position. Anyways, I just want to talk about, oh, I have one person joining me, two people joining me. Hello. So yeah, so I just want to talk about the journey of the Whole30. Hey, Josefa. Josefa? I'm sorry if I said it wrong. How are you, girl? But yeah, so if you're just joining me, I was saying that it's the last day of the Whole30, and I just wanted to talk about the journey, and I want to talk about the results, the pros, the cons, everything in between, what's next, and yeah. And also, if you have any questions for me, just be sure to like write it, and I'll read it and respond to you as best as I can. So let's get into it. Okay, so today is day 30, and I feel amazing. Like, I really feel amazing. I feel happy, and I feel good, and I feel vibrant, and I feel light. I feel beautiful, and it's wonderful. It's a great feeling. This journey was very hard in the beginning, and I think it was hard in the beginning because I knew that it was something that was going to take time. I knew that it wasn't like a one-day thing. I knew that I would have to do it for a long span of time, and I think keeping that in mind is kind of what made it difficult for me in the beginning. And the hard thing for me was the snacking part in the beginning, like always feeling like I was susceptible to temptation because of things that were already like readily available. So for example, at work, there's always a ton of meetings and there's always food, and you know, sometimes you're hungry but you don't want to cook, or you don't want to go to the store, or you don't want to go out to get a meal, or you don't want to, you know, prepare a meal, and then boom, look, there's something there, you know. Yusefa? I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering your name. I'm sorry. Forgive me. By the way, where are you? Let me know where you're at. I'd love to know where you guys are living and staying. So just let me know where you are, girl. So what was I saying? So yeah, so it was hard in the beginning because what I noticed was like, what made me tempted was feeling hungry and feeling lazy and feeling like I don't want to cook anything, I don't want to prepare anything. So snacking was the hardest thing for me. Veo todos tus videos y me gustan mucho. Muchas gracias. Yo no hablo español, pero I don't know, I try. Io parlo italiano e non lo so se capisci italiano, però ti dico grazie tanto, e spero che tu continui di vedere i miei video. Grazie tanto. E poi se c'è qualche video in particolare che mi vuoi che faccio io, mi fai sapere e ci provo io, va bene? Non lo so se mi capisci. I don't know if you understood that because Spanish and Italian are not exactly the same, but I hope you understood something. Or maybe I can say it in English because maybe your English is okay. But I just said thank you for watching my videos, and Hola, buenas noches, amore, Isa. How are you? How are you? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde vivas? ¿Dónde vivi? ¿Dónde habiti? I don't know. Where do you live? ¿De dónde eres? Ah, ecco. ¿De dónde eres? Hola, Josefa. De España. Bellísima. Bellísima. Oh, I would love to go to Spain. España. Hola, guapa. Ciao. And thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate this. Nobody ever joins me. Okay, so what was I saying? So the snacking part was really hard. Then as I continued to get into it, eres famosa. No, non sono, no, yo no soy famosa. Hola, buenas noches, guapa. Ciao, Laura. Valencia, España. Or forse, maybe you guys say Valencia, España. Sorry, I'm trying. Comunque, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy, really. And now I know that you guys are from Spain. I have to practice my Spanish skills. But so I continue, and I say that snacking was hard at first. I said that like 50 times. And then after that, the difficult thing was kind of like creating variety, because I started eating the same thing all the time because I didn't know what to eat. Excuse me. So that was difficult. And then what else was difficult? The weekends were difficult because my body, like, I have a sort of kind of like eating routine where like on the weekdays I usually eat pretty okay. But then the weekends I tend to splurge because I'm like either like with my boyfriend and we're hanging out and he like does not eat healthy at all. So I tend to eat like how he eats, and I kind of take it as like a treat to myself. And so the weekend was also hard for me. But yeah, and you know what else was hard for me? What else was hard for me was things that I have kind of like processed, things that I've understood as healthy for the longest time. So things like lentils and oatmeal and quinoa and beans and things like that. Those things that I've understood to be healthy. Laura, hablas muy bien español. Gracias, gracias. Yo hablo italiano. Entonces, entiendo cómo hablar español un poquito. Mamma mia. Allora, e poi stavo dicendo, and also I was saying that, what was I saying? Oh, I forget. I forget. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, the other difficult thing was the things that I thought were so healthy, not being able to eat them, because those were my kind of like fallback things. Like, okay, I can have spinach and I can kind of like sweeten it up with some lentils or sweeten it up with some quinoa, and then I feel good, you know. But it was a challenge to just have spinach or just have what is it? What is this thing? Squash or whatever. So yeah, that was difficult. It was also difficult, like kind of having a social life, because I know a couple people invited me, like, oh, hey girl, let's go out for drinks. It's so-and-so's birthday. It's so-and-so's, somebody's leaving work. Somebody's like moving on from the company. And a couple of times I had to say no. And that was hard. And I knew that I had to say no because I knew that being in that environment would make me tempted to drink. Which is also prohibited on the Whole30. So that was also difficult. Now, I want to get into the the results. How I'm feeling, as you can see right now, I'm feeling tremendous. Let's talk about my body. Like, I've lost weight. Okay, and that's not why I did it. I didn't do it to lose weight. I did it to purify my insides, and to purify my mind. But I lost weight, and I honestly don't even really feel like I lost weight or I lost pounds. I want to say that I'm less inflamed, and because I'm less inflamed, you can see a little bit more definition. Que tienes en la cama un gato. Sí. She's sleeping. No lo so se ves. She's sleeping. Está durmiendo. Come una bambola. Come una niña. Non lo so come si dice. Che bonito, sì. È femmina, quindi che bonita. See, she's beautiful. Okay, I say like this. So, yeah, so what was I saying? I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, so I'm less inflamed, and I noticed that my body, like, even here, you can see it's like the definition is coming through, even my arms and things like that. So that's definitely one sign. Another sign is my skin. Oh my gosh, my skin is so much better. Like, I still have acne on my face, like not acne, but like kind of dark spots from like old acne that, like, you know, dried up and whatever. But like my actual skin, like the pores are closed, and I can tell that my skin is better because even my makeup looks better. Like, looking at it now, and I even have a natural glow. Like, I don't know if you see that, but I did not put any highlight on today. The only highlight I put on was like here under my eyebrow. But right here you can see that natural glow coming through my makeup, right? So because my skin is better, even my makeup looks better. So that's definitely something that I noticed. And I know that when I eat like a lot of ice cream and a lot of junk and chips and candy and all that stuff, my pores get super big, especially here in this cheek area. They get super big, and my makeup looks very like bad and cakey and just like not good. So I'm less inflamed, my skin looks better, I'm sleeping better. Like, I get in the bed and I fall asleep. Like, I actually am aware of when I'm tired. Like, I notice, like, okay, I feel tired, I need to sleep, you know, even before the time that I usually go to bed, which is 11. What else? I have a lot of energy. Like, my performance at the gym is better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Like, I'm able to recover quicker. So I, you know, do my cardio and I'm like, heart is racing, but then it goes down, and, you know, like, I have much more energy and I feel much better, in terms of endurance. What else is better? I feel more, I can hear, I feel like I can hear my body more, and more particularly my stomach. And I give you an example because during this journey, I read somewhere like, oh, it's okay to have seaweed snack, right? So, and this must have been like the middle of my second week. So I had a seaweed snack, and immediately after I had it, I started burping. I started feeling this really like heavy kind of oily kind of like draining in my stomach, like right here. And I right away, immediately could understand that it was that. Also because I read the ingredients, and it said that it has like, I think sesame seed oil or canola oil or one of those things. I have something in my eyelash. And I could feel it. I could feel what it was doing to my body. And I really love that. And I think that going forward, that's going to be something that's going to help me to make better choices about what I eat. And overall, something else that I'm so happy about this journey, about doing this Whole30 and also reading the book, It Starts With Good Food. Something else that I'm thankful about is realizing, like, okay, yeah, there are a lot of things that taste delicious. There are a lot of things that taste good, but you don't have to suffer. You don't have to kill your body just to have something that tastes good. You can have something that tastes good and is also beneficial for your body. You know what I mean? Okay, you want something sweet, so you're thinking ice cream. But if you have that ice cream, there's tons of sugar in it. There's milk in it. There's, who knows how it's processed. But instead, you could grab some grapes, and the grapes are sweet, and they're not gonna be bad for your body or anything like that. So just I'm so glad that I am more conscious of, like, my choices. And even now that I'm finished, I'm like, ooh, what's the first bad thing that I'm gonna have, But thinking about it, I'm like, everything that I think about, I'm like, do I really want to have a cookie? Because I know that has a lot of sugar, and I don't want to be feeling like da-da-da. Or do I really want to have ice cream because that has da-da-da? Like, because I am more educated about the effects of everything, and not even every single food, but the general, like the sugar, the carbs, the insulin, the lactose, the glucose, and all these things. Because I know more about it, it's easier for me to say, like, okay, maybe I don't want that effect, maybe I don't want that feeling. So that's definitely great. Ooh, my battery's almost dying. Sorry. So yeah, now the next thing is, like, okay, what's next after this? What happens now, right? And that was always my fear, like, okay, what if I do it all so well, and then at the end, I just completely, like, crash and burn and completely go back to my old eating habits? Like, how am I going to wean myself off of this, but not away from it completely? So the thing that I've thought of to do is, what I'm going to do is just kind of slowly reintroduce the quote-quote healthy foods. But in order to slowly reintroduce them, I'm going to maybe do, like, one healthy food per week, and then the other days in that week go back to that kind of, like, Whole30 way of eating. So I'll give you a more concrete example. So for example, let's say I want to start reintroducing grains, and I want to start with quinoa, right? Okay, maybe Monday I'll have a small portion of quinoa. But then the other day, and obviously I'm not just going to have that quinoa. I'm going to have that quinoa, and I'm going to have a shitload of vegetables with it, right? But then Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to go back to the Whole30 thing, where I'm, just doing fruits and vegetables, no grains, no dairy, no nothing. And then just see how my body feels from that quinoa. And then, if I'm feeling okay, then I can say, okay, Thursday, let me try some lentils, some legumes, some beans, or something like that. And then Friday and Saturday, go back to the Whole30. Then Sunday, introduce something else, like yogurt or kefir. And then the next 2 days, go back. So just kind of doing that, just to kind of understand, like, how everything makes me feel. And, just kind of monitoring, like, okay, how often do I want to eat certain foods? What foods am I willing to go back to eating? What foods are probably not best for me? And things like that. So just kind of experimenting, and not completely putting the Whole30 aside, but not completely, like, sticking to it, And I do plan on, like, allowing myself to have a treat, like, maybe once a week, maybe have a slice of pizza, or have, an ice cream bar or something like that, because it is good to have the balance, but you don't want to overindulge, And one more thing before I go, I wanted to say also, again, the main reason why I was doing this, I know I'm looking all over the place because there's a fly in here. There it is. So the main reason why I was doing this was because of my mental health. I stated in the beginning of this journey that I was feeling like I was really forgetting things. Like I would do something and like seconds later forget that I did it. Wasn't remembering simple things like maybe for a sequence of 5 numbers, just forgetting it. And feeling really foggy sometimes and really hazy after eating. And I haven't felt that way. I have not felt that way at all. Like I can feel that my memory is better. Like I'm not like remembering everything, but it's definitely not bad. Like I'm remembering things and I feel confident about it to like look at a set of numbers, put it aside, you know, type it in and move on with my life. Go back and double check and it's right, you know. And I mention that because I deal with numbers for my job in some of my tasks. And after I eat, I don't have that kind of like foggy smoke over my eyes. You know, I feel fine. In some cases, I do feel kind of tired, but for the most part, I feel like, okay, I can get through the rest of the day. Even after the gym, I finish the gym and I'm on the train and I'm like, I'm good to go. So that's definitely like a major improvement for me, and it was definitely like one of the main reasons why I even did the Whole30 in the first place, for the mental, the psychological effects. So anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Seriously, like, you have no idea. You have no idea how much it means to me, you watching my videos. And I know maybe it's not 1 million people, maybe it's not 1,000 people watching, but even just one person is still a person. And I'm not going to give anybody less value because they're not a part of 1 million or they're not a part of 1,000. If you're a part of even 20, you're still valuable to me. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching my videos and for leaving your comments and for hitting that like button. And for those of you from España who came and wrote me during this live feed, thank you guys so much. Maybe I'll try to do a video in Spanish or something like that for you guys in particular, or maybe I'll start creating some Spanish subtitles for you so that you can be closer to me. So thank you so much, and if you have any questions regarding my journey, the Whole30, just leave me a comment and I will get back to you, alright? Thank you so much, and have a great night wherever you are, a great morning, day, whatever. Just be well wherever you are. Ciao!